I know you're probably tired of hearing me talk about all the crappy weather and the thunderstorms and everything that I got caught in as I was riding back and forth across the country this summer, but it was bad. It did remind me though of a little mod that I did on the Fat Bob that I have not done on the Road Glide, and that is swapping out these turn signal caps for the extended caps that make it easier to flip that switch when you're signaling a turn or you're going to change lanes or something. It makes a pretty big difference. It doesn't seem like it would, but it does. So we're going to do this replacement, put these extended caps on today. This is literally 2 minutes, if at most, on each side. But before we start doing that, let's go inside and take a look at what the extended caps look like. Then we'll come back down, we'll put them on the bike. Let's have a look at these before we put them on the bike, shall we? These are the turn signal extension caps. There's the part number. This particular set, that part number will fit all 16 and above, basically the touring models and the tri-glides, but not the CVO models. Nothing fancy about the packaging. You open up the box, and we see you have the installation instructions, and then I've already opened these up, obviously. And then we have the turn signal caps. So a couple of things that I noticed when I first opened these up. The finish does not match the finish on the controls, all the buttons and stuff on the bike. The bikes have a gloss black finish. These are matte black. I'm not sure how different that's going to look when we get it on the bike, but we'll take a look at that in a second. The other thing that I noticed is that on the clutch side, the icons here match what's on the bike and the functions for the switch. So turn signal on the outside, voice activation on the inside. However, on the throttle side, this icon in particular does not match what is on the bike. So turn signal is correct. On my bike, and I think on, I don't know, maybe all the 20s and above, I'd have to go do a little research, but on all the newer bikes, this icon is a return symbol. So turn signal, and then you hit the inner side of that button to have the infotainment system go back to the previous screen. This information, sign, the icon could be for the older BOOM system. I don't know. That's if that bothers you, obviously don't get these, but I'm going to put them on and try them. A couple of other observations before we go down. This is just plastic. I mean, there's nothing special about these. It seems to me that the ones that I put on the Fat Bob were a little more substantive. They actually matched the finish. They were gloss black. And then, as you'll see, these are really easy to put on. We're going to take the others off, and we're just going to press these on. On the ones I had on the Fat Bob for the soft tails had little clips, I think, from what I remember, that I had to work into place there. I don't know. Seems to be awfully overpriced for me, for what you get. I mean, I think this set was 28 bucks. There's no fancy box or packaging. That's, I don't know, not much into that plastic. I don't know. I'm going to put these on the bike because I do miss having the extended caps. I especially did on this last trip. But if it were up to me, I've seen, and I'll put a link to them in the description of this video below, but I've seen a set of these made by a third party that are $10. And that's probably what I would expect to pay, 10 bucks. There's nothing fancy about these, so I'm thinking maybe the Amazon stuff might be worth giving a shot if you're interested in the extended caps and you don't want to spend $28 on the Harley plastic. Anyway, I'll put a link to those in the description, but these are going on my bike, so let me go down, take these down, and let's put them on the bike. This should only take a couple of minutes to get them installed. Like I said, this is going to be a super quick and easy install. We're going to be loosening or removing these two little bolts that are on the control housing that hold this front piece of the control housing on. You need T25 to do that. Then we're going to pull the housing off. Then we're going to take the cap off and put the housing back in place, and then snap the extended cap in place. And when we get done, you can see the difference that's going to make. I'll take a picture and show it's a pretty big difference. Anyway, so let's do that real quick. I'm going to take the two T25s out and then pop the front of the control housing off. So there we go. That front comes straight off. Then you want to pry this cap, the stock cap, off. And I'm just going to do this with my fingers because this just snaps on. That's it. Pull it from the inside and you'll hear it pop off and release, then just take it off. Now, before we put the new one in, we're going to put the control housing back on. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, with the front of the control housing back secured, we're just going to put that over the button or the switch, and then we're going to push down and you hear it snap. You heard it right there. Happened real quick. It'll snap on this side. And that's it. I told you, super quick. All you have to do now is the same thing on the throttle side, and then turn on the bike and make sure that these work, but that does make a huge difference. It doesn't seem like it would, but it's a huge difference. So there you go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side and then get to packing the bike up for this next trip. I'll see you guys in a few days. Take care. Peace.